if you ask me what my experience was, mountain biking in Marin in that part of California, I would say that I never rode single track. I spent the first 4 to 6 years of my life riding fire roads because I was trying to do the right thing. I'm 30 years older now, right? And nothing has changed. That is crazy. That's lunacy. It's, in fact, honestly, it's why I do not live in California.
There's kind of a set way of thinking that has prevented mountain bikers from making as many inroads as we have here.
My name is Sean McKenna, and I'm the president of Silicon Valley Mountain Bikers. We're a chapter of the International Mountain Bike Association, also known as IMBA. We're working with Santa Clara County Parks on a bike park concept, and it's going to be in Sanborn County Park. We've actually invested more than $25,000 in designing this park, and we are now working with them on trying to develop an operation plan to see that it can go through. With MidPen Open Space, we reviewed some of the plans that they have going on, and like La Honda Open Space, and we help promote some of their other activities, like the opening of Mount Ominum. We kind of go through a process where they put together plans for parks, and we review those plans and make sure that there's an opportunity for bikes to participate in those. If you can just contrast that, so one's parks and one's open space preserves. And so you can ride through a preserve and you can enjoy the redwood trees here as well. It's just you're not going to have park features in a preserve. I think it's changing a little bit with the preserves. Not that they're going to put in bike park features. They are thinking of bikes when they design trails. And with parks, parks are starting to get experience. You know, that's why they've asked us to develop a bike park concept. So I think it is changing, and I think there's an opportunity for more bike park features. It could potentially even expand to other parks as well. Well, we want to continue what we've started, which is basically advocating multi-user trails in the Bay Area, Santa Clara and San Mateo County.
I know a lot of people who feel that the climate is so hostile to mountain bikers, which is ridiculous because the studies have since come out and shown that we have no more impact on trails than hikers, and it's considerably less impact than equestrians, and those guys have the green light all over Marin County. All those years, all that progress, and nothing has changed. It's a failed public policy is really the only thing you could say. You could say it's a tragedy or it really bums me out, but that makes you sound like a whiny mountain biker, and it makes you sound entitled and like you think that you have access everywhere. I don't. I believe that there are trails that we don't belong on, and I think that you can create, I know that you can create trail systems where bikes have access to some trails and hikers have access to others, and some trails are shared, and that's great. I'm up for that, but what we have in Marin County is a situation that's still rooted in people not knowing anything about mountain biking. The problem is the rest of the world is caught up, and Marin County and Northern California in general has not caught up. They're still stuck in the prejudices of more than 30 years ago. Look at the policy in Marin County, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? It's almost like the policy was designed purposely to make hikers hate mountain bikers and have people be angry every day. And yet you go down to Santa Cruz, and it's a great example. Mountain bikers in Santa Cruz are really active and working with land managers to get things done. And again, you come to Washington, it's the same scenario. We are the principal stewards of trails in Western Washington. The bulk of trails are built and maintained by mountain bikers for everybody to use. But mountain bikers, there's so many of us. We're young, we're a growing demographic, and we have time, and we're invested in building trails. We understand the quality of our experience has more to do with the quality of our trail than the quality of our bikes. So we're going to go and spend that time to make a great trail. That, look, we don't have to be at odds with one another. We can have stacked loop systems. We can build trails that accommodate everybody. And if we do that, you're going to have better trails that are less erosion prone, and you're going to have a heck of a lot less trail conflict. You know, you come to certain towns, whether it's Fruita, Colorado, or Bellingham, or Sedona, Brevard, North Carolina, and you realize these towns understand that you can embrace mountain biking, and if you do, you have this giant contingent of people who are going to help build trails, and it draws so much money to town. Our city government grasps it now. People are flying in here solely to mountain bike. It's a huge potential source of ecotourism dollars, and it's money that comes in at no deficit to the environment at all. And it kills me that when someone will say, well, this isn't for recreation, and really what they're trying to say is this isn't for mountain bikes. And again, that's nothing more, it's just prejudice and bigotry that's wrapped up and, in a mantle saying, well, we're liberal, we're progressive, we're Marin County, or we're Mid-Peninsula. And it's like, look, no, you're not. You might be progressive on this issue, but this is really a biased perspective. And again, it's a perspective that ignores reality everywhere else. If you talk to people who are against mountain bikes in California, they bring up these arguments that are completely unfounded, and they're based off of, again, prejudices from the late 70s. It's all been dispelled. They always tell me, well, you don't know what it's like and it can't work. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I live in a town where mountain bikers are building new trail every single day, legal, authorized trail. Frankly, letting bikes in is a win-win. I mean, it can be done intelligently. I would love to see it happen. I've got to be honest, outside of the Santa Cruz, what's happening, Santa Cruz is a beacon of light, Downeyville, Tahoe's getting better, but the bulk of the state, it worries me. I mean, let me start again. When I was 16, I was sure this was going to be resolved in like 10 years time. Every time I go to Marin County, I have zero faith that anything will get done, and I pray that someone proves me wrong.
Normally ride UCSC Wilder demo when it's open, and El Corte Madera. Trails are just in much better shape after a storm or a little bit of rain. They hold up a lot better, they drain a lot quicker, and they've just got a lot more maintenance. You can kind of find something for everyone. They've got all the way from fire roads to green single track up to black single track with rocks, and then you can go even more than that. They've got a couple jump lines and other fun things.
Hello!
Down, definitely not down.
My name is Matt DeYoung. I'm the executive director at Mountain Bikers of Santa Cruz. This is our 20th anniversary. We were formed in 1997. Yes, we build trails, we build pump tracks, we build dirt jump parks. We built the Harvey West pump track. We helped fund the Polo Grounds pump track, the Scotts Valley pump track, West Side pump track, Chanticleer pump track as well. Yeah. I started volunteering with Mountain Bikers of Santa Cruz in 2012 when I moved here. We participate in the political process. So if there's a public process, we're very much engaged with that. Like we have a great relationship with our local city and state parks. So we're engaged with public officials. We go to public meetings. We do letter writing campaigns. We do a lot of advocacy work. So it's just about really just keeping after that and getting people involved. We've got so many mountain bikers here. It's just about getting people to show up at these meetings and write letters and just be engaged. Because we have a pretty powerful voice, and we've got a pretty we're not asking for much. We're just asking for places to ride our bikes. Well, to build a new trail, we work with our local land managers and see, like, is there a need for a new trail? Like, what's the purpose of a new trail? Is it a connector trail or replacing an old trail that's not sustainable? We're gonna start there and then figure out the intent, and then we say, hey, can we actually accomplish this? We'll do a GIS analysis and look at different options on the maps and see what we can do, and then we'll go out in the field and scout it. And if we find a good alignment, we'll propose that to our land manager, and then they'll go through environmental assessment. It'll get studied by wildlife biologists, archaeologists, botanists, look at all kind of the environmental impacts of a potential trail, and if it passes muster and people think it's a good idea, then we move forward and then we'll go ahead and build it. Yeah, I think it's just been we've been doing this for 20 years, and at some point let's recognize that we're a great asset. You know, we've built trails for the city of Santa Cruz, state parks, for CAL FIRE. So that's our 3 big local land managers. We've done trail planning for Land Trust of Santa Cruz at Semicente Redwoods. So, you know, we just bring a lot to the table. Our local land managers, they're strapped. Their budgets are getting smaller and smaller. They have less and less resources to do trail work. And we can show up and bring 50 people out for a volunteer day, and we can help plan trails and build trails and fund trails. It's hard to say no to that.